Well, the winter is almost done and we are close to the springtime. And for me, it's time for a little bit self reflection, and I thought I'm gonna do it with you guys. So let's go. Hey, 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 welcome to my wonderful podcast, C'est la vie. Natasha here. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you so much that you take your time to relax, chillax with me and think about things that some people maybe don't think. We are not a shop. What do I say? We are not sheep, so we are the lions. So we think differently, we go differently always, and life happens. So welcome to my podcast. Please, guys, we want to grow, we want to endure in this wonderful journey continuously, hopefully. So I need you guys to share, to give reviews, to increase the popularity of C'est la vie, because of course we want to grow, and of course I hope that I can help one person or the other with my life experiences that I talk here and that I share with you guys, and that I hope you take it written or maybe share with somebody. So thank you so much for tuning in again, and let's go to the topic. The topic of today is self-reflection. Spring is almost here. People start, the Muslim generation now is starting to do Ramadan since yesterday. Springtime, the flowers are gonna grow soon. Everything's gonna change from cold to warm. So it's actually the kind of time that you start to do like self-reflection to see what's the current status, if you really are in your goal, or just looking behind the scene a little bit. And that's what I like to do mostly before spring start, just for not just for fun, also for me to grow and to see if my plans are going the right direction. I am a monthly kind of person, so every month I set myself like couple goals that I want to reach. I set myself by the end of the year-ish, like this time right now, springtime, I normally set myself a goal for the rest of the year, and then monthly I give little steps further, let's say it like this. So I was like, I have to be able to move just from experiencing it, from experience. Oh God, lies. You are right, life, when I'm doing a mistake. Experiencing, yeah, like making experiences. Let's say it like this. So I'm moving to the fast from making experiences into understanding myself, and that's why I like to do why I'm doing my self-reflection. So what I do all the time, I write down the positive feedbacks that I did so far, that I achieved so far during the first couple months. The negative, the constructive feedback, I give myself really feedbacks. Like, for instance, continuing with my podcast was one of the things that I wanted to do, definitely, because I really, really missed it, to impress myself. I don't know if people are listening to it or not, but I would like to impress myself and to hopefully help somebody out there that is in the same situation like me, that is maybe a single mom that tried to change her life, or there is maybe a mother that is already in a process of changing her life, or just a person without children that wants to start afresh in another country. And I bring all these things together, and or just somebody who's bored sometimes and just needs some inspiration. It can also be this. Therefore, I like to give people new nuances, new views, and my opinion. Therefore, don't forget to share. I have to say it every time, so don't forget to share. Thank you so much. Yeah, back to the topic. It's very a learning process. Life is a learning process. You set realistic achievement, learning goals that you want to reach during the years, and you hope, of course, that you make it happen. And if you don't work, of course, it will not happen. But I hope that my people that are listening to you are people that really when they set themselves goals and achievements that they want to have, they go after it step by step, because I'm the kind of person, I'm not a rush money, fast money kind of person. I know if I want to be successful, I need to work for it. So I'm setting myself realistic goals and achievable goals, and I'm monitoring the learning process really, really much. Because one thing I know, on the way to my goal, I'm always learning something new from people, from mistakes that I made. For instance, trusting certain people with my money, and it was the worst mistake that I did ever. For a thing like booking online an apartment from America, from another country, it's not always working well. The pictures are not always the things that they show you. This is also something that happens to me. So I'm learning and monitoring the faults in my life, and self-reflection is really a good benefit for me to know who I am currently and if my goal is close. And I can tell you guys, I have like 3 areas that I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, where I am right now, and if I reach my goal already. My ultimate goal, of course, is being more independent and taking ownership of my learning process about my life, and knowing that what I'm doing, I am on the right direction per se. So these three areas are work, career, friendship, and situationships, and family. So these are the 3 things that I always have in my diary, my bucket list, my vision board. These are the 3 things that are very important for me to grow, and I always try my best to achieve in these particular areas the next step that I want to be. So, for instance, work, career. Like I said earlier, like I said in many podcasts before, you can check on it, you can listen to it and see. I came in a new country with a baby on the way, with a daughter and $3,000 in my pocket. I didn't care because I wanted a change. It was for me a start, a wind of change. Where I was stuck. I was in a situation where I was stuck. I didn't feel well. My relationship at that time, I thought I was engaged, I'm gonna get married, but everything didn't work out the way it was. It was too much drama, too much chaos, and I didn't feel more safe and welcome in the position that I was in. I was feeling that I was taken for granted from my friend's side, from my family side, from everybody. I was just taken for granted, and I needed a new change. So like I said in many videos earlier, I just packed my stuff and just left. And that's when I start to write my diaries and start to make my self-reflection journey. And now I'm in the position that I can say, after 5 years, I'm still not there where I want to be. But I am not worried. I was worried before, but now for the first time, I am not worried. God is in control. I'm not worried because I have a plan, and I'm not rushing anymore. I used to think that if you rush in your career, you make movements that are even against your integrity. You have to reach it fast money and everything. But because social media showed me this, people that I thought were my friends were showing me this, but that's not a reality. That's, in my opinion, that's not the reality. Money that is earned and that deserves to stay in your energy is money that you worked hard for. You can work smart and take shorter time to make it, or you take a little bit longer time to make it, but you work for it. And it's a process, and you're enjoying it. And right now, I am in a career where I can enjoy it. I am doing what I like with what I started. I'm getting paid every year more, and at the same time I have the freedom to have ideas like writing my diary, or like talking to you guys through my podcast, or like developing a kind of business that I can in that I can mix with my podcast together. So I'm thinking about adding YouTube into it, but I don't want to be very public. I really, really would love to have my privacy. So I want to try to find a way how I can put myself out there without being seen. But that's something that I'm thinking about. It's not there yet, but we shall see how it's gonna go. So it's still in planning. It's still planning. Like for instance, I want to do also my podcast with my daughter, like I said, mom and daughter. And this is something that I'm already working on, and I just don't want my family out there, so I don't want her to be seen also. Therefore, I am thinking about something, I am planning, I am developing, and I am doing it. That's the thing. Before I was just talking and I was stuck. But now I am doing it, and it makes me so proud if it's coming to my working career. The money is not there yet. The sponsorship are not there yet, but I know they will come if I continue to give the effort, give you guys entertainment about my life, and hopefully we can engage and grow together forever. Yeah, that's actually the part of the working area. If it's coming to friends, since the last instance that I had with a friend in the country where I'm coming from before, I'm from Europe and then I moved to Canada, of course. So I had incidents in Europe that I had too many friends and I was too naive. And these too many friends, I didn't know that some of them were not really, even though I didn't really did well, actually, I always had the feeling that I was the biggest loser at that time, honestly. But still, it was like a reason for some people for still being jealous at me. I had a good relationship, but they messed it up for me. I don't know, but sometimes you attract good people, but you also attract bad people. It is what it is. I'll have to admit, I was too naive. I believed too many things and I made the wrong decisions. That's why now, after coming here and developing myself the way I'm developing myself now, I am thinking twice who I'm telling what and how much I tell the person. I don't have my gang yet, like I say, like my power gang, like of what I wish to have is, of course, a power gang of wonderful 4 people that I can trust, and we go till the end of time and fight the world, but it's not gonna happen that easily. So I have 2 good friends that I just met. We are learning to know each other, and it's pretty cool. One of her, I even am that close that she already met my kids. So the other one is a process because she's a bit younger than me, and she's still in the mindset of me, like 10 years ago, like the mindset of welcoming everybody, telling my business to anybody, even though you don't know if the person is jealous or not jealous, or envy you or don't envy you, and then wondering myself why nothing works the way it's supposed to work. She's still in that mindset. I hope she's gonna change, but we are in a friendship situationship beginning. So yeah, I am not there yet to have my gang, my close friend gang, but I'm grateful that I have 1 or 2 that I can talk to, that I can go to when I'm really stressed out. And I'm developing myself from there, and I'm not on the rush. And this is the amazing part that I really, really love. I am not on the rush, and I was rushing myself way too much, having the pressure because I'm the oldest of 5 and I was the only one who didn't really had something going on, and I always felt like a black sheep in the family, which I actually am. But it was so pressuring on me because everything that I did wasn't perfect enough, and I was really, really not satisfied with myself. So I said I made a new start, and for the first time in my life, even though I don't have much context to everyone, I am happy. I have peace of mind, and this is really important for me to continue with the goals that I have, having peace of mind. So yeah, we are continuing, we are growing, we're gonna be better, and I am grateful to have this kind of experience. Yeah, last but not least, family. Like I mentioned before, I always have felt that I am not good enough for certain people, and I'm not good enough for my family. If it's come to that, my family, I must admit, I did not heal from there. I am a little bit running away to face it right now. I tried once. I still wasn't ready. I realized that the phone call didn't end well from my perspective. So I tried to make it work, and I'm avoiding to call again. But I would do it again. I would try to do it again to make it work and see from there, from the perspective of my relationship at that time. Like I said, the relationship was broken when I left, and a child was on the way, of course. And my person at that time, he's still my person. He came back and apologized, but I am not. Right now, I am in a position where I am like, I was naive before. I gave you the world before, and it wasn't enough. Humiliation was there. I still am ready to give you the world, but I have to take care of myself too. So I'm careful now. He didn't cheat on me or something. That's not the case. He didn't cheat on me. That's not the case. But because he had a bad past with somebody before, that cheated on him, that mistreated his trust, that manipulate his conscience and everything. He had, of course, because of it, he didn't really heal, even though he said he healed. I told him you didn't. And because I keep on saying that he didn't really heal, because he treated me like trash because of it. In the end of the day, after a certain fight, I made up my mind, and then I moved here by surprisingly expecting his child. So now we are back together. Like I said, it's a far distance relationship. But the best part of this kind of relationship is you are not afraid to tell the truth, because the person is awful. Especially for me, I'm sorry. I'm not afraid to tell him what I think, how I feel, what I feel, because he's miles away. It's not easy for him to take a plane ticket and come to me and tell me that that I'm disrespecting him or whatever. So I can openly be myself and show him why I like him, why I don't like about him, what he has to change, what he has to do better or not better. And the funny thing is, on the beginning, it was really rough, and I was 100%. I was 100% the opinion. Yeah, we will not make it. Definitely not. Like, see, it's not even. We are not even. This oceans are separating us. An ocean is separating us, and we still don't find a solution to come together in peace. See, it's not making sense, blah, blah, blah. But after a while, now it's like going to a second year. For the first time since last year, technically, we understand each other's boundaries. Everybody let somebody else talk. If we're angry, we communicate it. And this is something that I like about long distance relationship. I mean, you don't see each other, so the physical part is out of the way. And if you want to make it work, you guys need to focus on the spiritual part, on the communication part. And that is something like Love is Blind remixed, literally, because even though you know the person, you were physical with him, is a difference to know the person spiritually and emotionally. And the vulnerability that he showed me, I don't know if it's just made up or whatever, I can't say because I'm not there, but the vulnerability is something that I was looking for when I was with him. The apologizing, the admitting he was wrong wasn't really something that he would say because of his ego. Let's say it like this. Me, I am ready to say it, but I will not say it if, let's say it like this, if I'm stubborn. And I learned to humble down myself also a little bit and to admit that I'm wrong. And this is something that makes me really, really, really grateful to see how time can change the mind of people, to see how time can stabilize something there, because I knew the person that I was with. Sounds weird, but he's exactly like my father. From the way he do things, from the way he correct me, from the way he treat me, sometimes from the attitude wise. And I always was looking up for my father, for his hardworking, his ambitious, the way he was treating when they were married. My mother at that time, it was really something that I was like, wow, I hope that one day I will meet somebody like this. But one thing I didn't saw why my parents was when they were fighting, when they had arguments and all these things. I heard voices from time to time when I was little, but I never saw it, and I didn't know how they really found ways to dissolve it, and how they made it to the extent to divorce. I didn't know about it also, but in the end of the day, there was some attitudes, some behavior that I really liked and loved about my father, that I really hope and pray that, of course, my future partner will have it, and the traits he has it. And there are traits that I didn't know he had it, and I'm so impressed that he has it. And all these little things give me the stability that I need to start a family structure. And hopefully, like I said, we will see each other soon. Hopefully, we will make a decision, a final decision, and see from there. And that's something that I will not be able to see if I didn't do my self-reflection. And yeah, that's why I wanted to talk about, you guys, because self-reflection is simple. People think, it's just talking with yourself or something. But sometimes writing things down and making plans and planning for the future and reflect if you are on the right way, it's not a bad thing at all. And people should do it often. Maybe we will have less people suffering if they have plans together, and also review the plan if it's also to see if it's an idea that is really worth it, or if it's just a delusion that they would like to have. And me personally, I think 60 or 70% of people are living in a dream world. They are living in a dream world. They don't set realistic expectation for themselves. And this is the issue that ends up being either in marriages or in relationships or in a workplace. These are things that made people start to be like sheeps and less like lions, because delusion will create a world around you that you dream of but you never reach, because you don't see the reality of your life. Yeah, so that's the part of it. And I hope definitely that you guys loved what you hear. Thank you so much for taking your time to listen to it. I wish I could impress my gratitude often and more to you guys. Thank you very, very much. Learning process is everyday process, and the learning process is important for everybody in any situation of their lives, in any situation, in any consideration that you do. Try to think twice or 3 times if it's worth it or not, and try to reflect the right way if that's the step that you want to go. And yeah, always want it, always need it, and always reflect. Thank you so much for taking your time. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. Like I said, I'm grateful. Thank you so much for listening. Natasha's out. Bye bye.